If I'm being honest, I've lost count of how many times I've seen a headline or even just a caption throwing around some huge percentage of unemployed computer science graduates. And there's always this quiet implication underneath it. Like, I'm just adding to that number. It always made me nervous, like, genuinely scared. And what's funny is that the moment I'd see something like that, my brain would just take off, racing through everything I hadn't done yet, every program I hadn't learned, every syntax I didn't know, right? It would just start racing through every single one of them like it was checking some frantic mental checklist, trying to, convince myself I wasn't going to become another statistic. And every single time, I'd end up with this list, a really, really long list of things that made me feel like I wasn't ready. And here's the thing about that list too. Just looking at it, it drained me. I didn't even have the energy to start anything. It felt like I was staring at a hopeless situation. But recently, one of those moments hit again. And this time, a verse just kind of came to me. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 6. No, 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. And so there I am standing in front of my mirror, overthinking, mentally scrolling through this long list, basically trying to convince myself that I have it all sorted out. And then the verse just cuts right through it. Because the truth is this, it's not up to me alone, right? I didn't get this far on my own understanding or my own strength. One thing I believe is that God brought me here. And if He has brought me here, I can trust that He will take me even further. And I think that was when something else hit me is that I had been so fixated on the percentage that I never stopped to ask, okay, but what shaped the percentage? How much of my environment in particular contributed to that conclusion? How much of my current reality, like how much of Ghana contributes to that, large percentage, that large statistic that they're using as the headline? The numbers are real, definitely, right? They are real. But what I'm saying is they are not the whole story. They are never the whole story, right? And I think another thing I've noticed is that when we get too locked into those numbers and then we start to, magnify them or blow them out of proportion without good consideration, we actually start missing things. We start missing opportunities. We start missing moments. We get so busy staring at the odds that we forget to just, show up, do the work, focus on whichever path that you're on, adapt as necessary. Right. So honestly, screw the numbers. Here, just screw the numbers. Look, there's nothing wrong with being aware of your chances. There's nothing wrong with wanting the odds in your favor. That's just being smart. Right. But there's a difference between being aware of the statistics and being consumed by them. And I think what helps, or at least what's helped me, is remembering that it's not all on me. Right? It's not all on you. It doesn't have to be. Just show up, put in the work, do the needful, and trust God for good results. That's we will all be fine. Can I get an amen? Yeah. Right. So the question I have for you today is: when you hear scary statistics online, what do you usually do first? Do you panic? Do you ignore them, or do you start planning? I look forward to any comments you may have. And if you like this episode, share it with someone you think might enjoy it. Thank you for listening, and I'll catch you in another one.